They hear Sandstorm, and Sir Big Spur starts getting those claws sharpened. Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So South Carolina's offense will have the first possession of the game. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense. Always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Using his feet to buy time. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Getting some heat. And they got him for the sack. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by
running toward the tape. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great.
And he'll home it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. On target. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. It'll be a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Finds the tight end. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Quarterback checking the play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. The give to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the 1st.
Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They keep attacking through the air. And he's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line. They'll stop him at the 1. And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. And he will score! Touchdown, Crimson Tide! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. USC found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat, something this program has done time and time again inside the Coliseum. Fight on, and the men of Troy will do just that. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. The give to the tailback. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Off the play fake. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. You're off.
All kinds of running room. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Looking to throw. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown tie. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man down the middle. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Trying play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Gamecocks look to do some damage in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Gets it out fast. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. He looks that one in nicely. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first in the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Smashes it between the uprights. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line and hauls it in, and he's backed up deep in his own territory. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a... He's going for it all. And it's caught inside the 25. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Bama! And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
South Carolina, 3.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On second down, wants to throw. Gets rid of it. He's got his man, makes the grab. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Gamecocks will punt this one away. And that, my friends, is getting the perfect bounce, the perfect punt, and the perfect roll. They'll have them locked down inside their own 5. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air on first down. Got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes that Alabama offense. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. At the 35, he's got room. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Throws to the tight end. Working on the right. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. With jet sweep pass. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
Yeah, and when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback.
Touchdown, Alabama! And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Alabama, 35. South Carolina, 3.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. Quarterback on the keeper. Smashes through. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Right down the middle. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
In a sudden change situation offensively, that's when you like to take shots. The defense just jogs out on the field. Let's see if we can catch him napping. Take a shot. Great job in the back end covering to force the incompletion.
It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the stomping has commenced. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Arkansas delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Fayetteville. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He'll keep it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
This is a play this offense reps over and over and over again in practice. And this quarterback always makes the right decision. He always knows when he needs to keep the football. And then when he does, with his speed and athleticism, he is a problem.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
Hey, it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Looking to move it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the second. back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Second down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
On third down, going up top. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They'll try it on the ground. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got enough space. Touchdown Tide. And the punishment has been extended. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Alabama 49, South Carolina 10.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll start this drive with a pass. Lets it fly. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. He's looking to throw it. They're working that left side. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
Going up top on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Bama! And the pummeling has started. The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll throw it on first down. Got his man on the outside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking to throw it again. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The give and tick, 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 tick. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. He wants to throw. Gets away. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it.
Touchdown, Alabama! And the route is on. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Alabama 63, South Carolina 10.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent team.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Here's a throw downfield late. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out.